top 5 rounded out by the 18Z of Ryler Zigman. That's going to move us on to heat race number 2. Heat race number 2 for your Cebus Graphics Hobby Stocks. We'll see the 46X of Wyatt Johnson to the inside of row number 1. To the outside, it's the 11 of Kyler Matson. Row 2 to the inside, we see the 87 of John Briggs with the 9er of Max Pogler, rolling off position number 4. Row 3 to the inside, we'll see Drew Bargoff in the 45, and to his outside, we'll see the 01F. That is Jeff Fink. The T8 of Brandon Nielsen rolls inside row 4 with Justin Frederick to the outside, and shotgun on the field will be the 57 of Cody Siebesma. Nielsen home improvement green flag will fly, and we go racing here in heat race number 2. We thunder it off through turns 1 and 2. We got 3 cars going for the lead and 4 cars going for 4. Who will be the victor on this heat race? Only time will tell, as we have 7 laps to complete, and we're about to complete lap number 1. That lap's going to go to the 46X of Wyatt Johnson. 87 to John Briggs going to follow in the tire tracks, try to chase him down, and all cars are everywhere. Nielsen had to gather that car back up. He does so and will maintain position over Cody Siebesma at the back of the pack and try to make his charge to make way towards the front again. Battle for the race lead, though, coming off of turn number 4. Wyatt Johnson's got company down to the inside. It's John Briggs. He holds him off that time around. He slings it into the corner, almost loses a little bit of grip, but is able to maintain the momentum. John Briggs still down to the inside, battling for the race lead. Off turn number 4, once again, it's still Wyatt Johnson, John Briggs. Jeff Fink gets the 3rd position over Drew Bargoff and last week's feature winner, the 83X of Justin Frederick. Problems for Kyler Matson, something wrong under the 11M as the car just shot straight off the racetrack. And we will see, ooh, that thing is smoky. Oh no, the drive shaft just came out of the car. That's going to bring out a Mike's Body Shop caution flag for the 11M of Kyler Matson. Drive shaft on the speedway. You kind of need that to make the turning motion of the engine turn the rear tires. And speaking of turning motions, I mentioned it earlier on during the last caution, and it came to fruition. County Sheriff has to do his job, make the turning motions of the engine, turn the tires of a looky-loo there on the backstretch. Looks like it might have just gave him a warning out there, so don't do it again. If you want to watch the races, go on into the grandstands. Don't block the highway. Well, not blocking the highway, but the side of the road's not where you want to be. We'll get a push truck over there. Cody Hogarth going to go take his little push truck S10. That thing is a lot of miles on a lot of the dirt tracks in this region. Going to go up there, push him out of the way, push him back to the pit area, and hopefully they figure out why the drive shaft came out. I will say it came out pretty straight, so maybe, you know, he was able to save it without, you know, causing too much damage to the drive shaft. So hopefully it was something simple and nothing too serious on the 11M of Kyler Matson. We just know that the drive shaft came out. So hopefully it was just a loose bolt and he'd saved it, and we'll be able to just hook it back up for the feature here later on as the sign is given. Green flag, next time by, will return to racing action here in your Cebus Graphics Hobby Stocks. I want to welcome everybody on a little live look-in here, a little free teaser of the racing action out of the social media pages. If you like what you see, head on over to www.advantageracing.tv. Heat race number 2 of your Cebus Graphics Hobby Stocks about to take their way off of turn number 4. They'll crank up the engines and pitch it through the corner. Down the straightaway, we are racing once again of the Nielsen Home Improvement green flag. 3 wide for a moment there. Still 3 wide for the 4th position as John Briggs battling his way through position there. in that 4 spot he'll have. It's still your race leader is going to be the 46 of Wyatt Johnson. Losing a little bit of grip there as he came off the corner. Jeff Fink right on the back bumper trying to find his way up to there and to find his way around. He'll either go to the high side or the low side. Wyatt Johnson looks to be hanging on to the low to mid line on this racing surface. Big track at the Buena Vista Raceway. Wide sweeping corners, able to fan him out very wide down the front stretch and through the corners. Nielsen home improvement green flag will be high to the air. 2 laps to go. Wyatt Johnson, your race leader. Jeff Fink in the 2nd spot. Justin Frederick in the 3rd spot, challenging for the 2nd spot. Rounding on the top 4 currently, that's the 87 of John Briggs. That's your top 4 on the field as we come out of turn number 4 one more time. Oh, and around goes Pogler in the 9er. We'll see if they're able to get the cars refired and rolling once again. 4 cars battling for the race lead. At the line, it was still Wyatt Johnson. Cody Stevens gets the car going back again. They're able to spin the cars back around. Thank you, boys, as we continue racing down the back straightaway. Hang on, Wyatt Johnson got into the back of the 83X of Frederick. And to avoid wrecking, Frederick's going to take the win over Bargloff in the 45. 3rd is going to go to the T8 of Brandon Nielsen. And we'll see who comes to the checkered flag first. John Briggs put her in gear. 4th is going to go to Jeff Fink, depending on how they score this one out. John Briggs rounding on the top 5. Cody Stevens tried to come around John Briggs for that position. Coming to the checkered there, it was Wyatt Johnson was battling for the lead, got into the low side of Justin Frederick and didn't want to take him out, so he hit the brakes and lost the handle of the car. And Fink had nowhere to go. And around went Johnson. Next field on to the racing surface. That's going to be our Alta Implement IMCA Sport Mods. 10 of them in here tonight. So we'll split them into 2 heat races. On the pole of heat race number 1 will be the 51. That is Leslie Luter. Row 1 to the outside, we'll see the 98 of Alex Bailey. Inside row number 2, we see the towhead, Rusty Montang. Into his outside will be the 511, that is Matt Grawl. The 39 of Garrett Neville is going to roll shotgun in heat race number 1. 6 laps the distance here for your Alta Implement IMCA Sport Mods. Swinging on through turns 1 and 2 under the Nielsen home improvement green flag. And from the back of the pack is already up to 2nd. Look at the 39 of Garrett Neville. Knocking on the back bumper of that T1 of Rusty Montang. Matt Grawl and company coming right behind him, battling side by side. That's Alex Bailey to the outside of 511. Rusty Montang holding on to the race lead over a slim margin for the time being, was able to extend it through turns 1 and 2. We're still side by side for position for that 3rd spot. Grawl and Bailey battling through turns 3 and 4. Garrett Neville knocking on the back bumper of the T1. That is Rusty Montang holding on the race lead, but here comes Neville down to the low side. He's able to get the drive and get the advantage going down the back straightaway. We're side by side for the lead and side by side for position number 3. Still close, battling off of the top spot as we got Rusty Montang trying to mount the charge back down to the inside. Garrett Neville trying to hold on for that position for the time being. Garrett Neville, he made his way around. Now he's going to try and find his way away from Towhead as he slides up high off of turn number 4. That might not be what you're looking for as the green flag goes high to the air. 2 laps to go. Rusty Montang has realized that he lost the ground there. Finds a line and he's right back onto the left quarter panel of that 39 machine. Edwards Autogroup white flag gonna fly, this time on a turn number 4. 1 lap to go. Can the Towhead make its way back around for that race lead? Garrett Neville, Rusty Montang racing for the race lead. Matt Grohl holding on to third spot, rounding out the top four is the 98 of Alex Bailey. But through turns 3 and 4, once again, it's going to be a Logic Livestock checkered flag flying for the 39 of Garrett Neville. Rusty Montang going to take home the second spot. That's going to be Matt Grohl in the 51-1. And 98 of Alex Bailey rolls P4. And rounding out that fifth position is the 51 of Leslie Luter. Heat race number 2 about to make its way onto the racing surface. We've got on the pole of this one the 11B of Bailey Stimson. The outside will be the 1 and of Brady Joint. Mike Smith will roll inside of row number 2. To the outside of him will be the 18 of Aaron Denny. The 15 of Cody Pontius will roll shotgun on the field in position number 5 for heat race number 2. 5 cars, 6 laps of distance here at the Buena Vista Raceway in your Alta Implement IMCA Sport Mods. The lights are out around the speedway. We'll be coming to the Nielsen Home Improvement green flag, this time off turn number 4. Early on in the racing program here, and we are green once again. Your Sport Mods go at it into turns 1 and 2. Brady Joint and Bailey Stimson gonna battle for the race lead. And here comes Mike Smith. Tried to poke his nose in between to be the middle of that sandwich. Thought better of it and decided to hang on back and follow Brady Joint around, the 11B of Bailey Stimson. The leader is currently the 1 and machine. But he's going to have company in that 22 machine. Cody Pontius around in turn number 2. Kept the car fired up, and he will rejoin the racing surface and continue on. Thank you, Cody, for keeping us under the Nielsen Home Improvement green flag. Battle for the race lead, though. Off turn number 4, gives the advantage to Mike Smith into turns 1 and 2. Smith up on the high side. Brady Joint going to try and challenge down to the low side into turns 3 and 4. Smith might have some momentum up on the high side, and it looks like Brady Joint's going to try and find to see what he has up there. The 11 looks like Smith, your race leader. Joint in second, Stimson third. And the 18 of Denny will round out that top 4. Single file around the Buena Vista Raceway. We will go through turns 3 and 4. It's Mike Smith, your race leader. He'll lead the charge to the Nielsen Home Improvement green flag as it goes high to the air. We have 2 laps to go in heat race number 2. Second place being held on by the 1 and of Brady Joint. There's going to be Bailey Stimson, Aaron Denny, and Cody Pontius, your field, as we take the Edwards Auto Group white flag. It will fly. 1 lap to go here in heat race number 2. Alta Implement IMCA Sport Mods. Nice and easy down the backstretch. We will go. Mike Smith, no challenge looking at him. As he goes through turns 3 and 4 one last time, he'll see the Logic Livestock checkered flag fly, and he will take it home. Here in heat race number 2, he will win. Mike Smith. Brady Joint in the second spot. There's going to be Bailey Stimson in 11B taking the third spot. Fourth will go to the 18 of Aaron Denny. And rounding out the 5th position, that's going to be that 15 machine. That is Cody Pontius crossing the line. Your Power Solutions IMCA stock cars make their way onto the racing surface. 15 of them signed in here tonight. And on the pole of heat race number 1, that's going to be the 7C. That's Andrew Klaus to his outside. That's going to be the number 3 machine. That's, oh, wahoo, that's Mike Albertson. The 21B of Jason Breeze goes inside of row number 2, and the outside of him will be the 66. That is Mike Vondrak. Row 3 to the inside, we'll see Austin Brands. To the outside will be the 81 of Devin Smith. Last week's feature winner, Doug Smith, in the 12 machine roll inside of row number 4. To the outside of him will be the 20N of Justin Naring. 8 cars, 7 laps of distance here in heat race number 1 of 2 for your Power Solutions IMCA stock cars. Nielsen home improvement green flag flies. We're racing in the stock car. Not the greatest start for Andrew Klaus. He's fallen his way back to the 5th position as he's meeting in the middle of the sandwich there for a moment. Now he's going to try to find his way back forward as we have a battle for that race lead. Breeze and Wahoo going at it through turn number 3 and 4. Into turns 1 and 2, edging on the advantages of 3 machine of Mike Albertson. Breeze looking down on the inside, trying to charge back, and he will get the advantage. Focus nose ahead down the back straightaway. Jason Breeze in that 21B. Third being held on by the 17 machine. That's Austin Brands with Mike Vondrek holding on to the 4th spot. Something amiss under the 66. Issues for that 66 machine. He slides it up the racetrack. He's got to pull it down to the infield. He may have a broken shock or something on that machine. As he's got an opening, he makes his way off the racing surface. He stays to the green flag. Battle on for the race lead now includes Austin Brands for position. Number 1 as we go through turns 3 and 4. Side by side for the race lead, it's Brands and Breeze. Down the back straightaway we go. Austin Brands, a new race leader. Through turns 3 and 4 we go. Albertson's going to challenge down to the low side. We'll see what he has for Jason Breeze. He had a lead for a moment there. Lost it to Austin Brands, lost it back to Breeze. Now Wahoo's going to challenge back to the inside. Give him the 2nd spot. Through turns 1 and 2 will go. Austin Brands going to extend his race lead, and he's going to tow Mike Albertson along with him. And don't look now, last week's feature winner going from the outhouse, trying to make his charge to the penthouse. That's Doug Smith. He was at the back of the pack. And as we see the Nielsen home from green flag go high in the air, we got 2 laps to go, and the battle for 3rd is raging on with Doug Smith looking to change that up with Jason Breeze. Austin Brands still your race leader as we go through turns 3 and 4 to see the Edwards Auto Group white flag fly. 1 lap to go in this one. It's still Brands, Albertson, Breeze, Smith, Klaus, Smith, and nearing your field. Woo, getting close to that tire turn number 1 and 2. But all cars avoid it. And as we come off of turn number 4 this time, Austin Brands going to look up and see the Logic Livestock checkered flag. It'll fly for the 17 of Austin Brands. Second's going to go to Mike Albertson in the 3 machine. Jason Breeze the 3rd. 4th will go to the 12 of Doug Smith. And rounding out the top 5, that's going to be the 7C. That's Andrew Klaus. Certainly hope everybody's enjoying their time here at the Buena Vista Raceway with some great racing action. A lot of racing to go here in this one. And those who are on the social media live look-ins, only going to give you a little bit more here as a free teaser. If you like what you see, you have to head on over to AdvantageRacing.tv to see the rest of tonight's racing action. On the pole, this one's going to be the 8 of David Smith. The outside of him, it'll be the 96 in the green machine. That is Bruce Bonison. Inside row number 2, we'll see the 92B of Brian Blessington. To the outside, it'll be the 33 of Tim Rupp. The 01U2 of Dayton Ulrich goes inside of row number 3 with Jake Masters in the 11 to the outside of him. Shotgun on the field is going to be that 4X machine. And I'm just going to flip a coin and say it's going to be Ethan Thompson in that machine. 2 names on that entry list. It's either Ethan Thompson or Cody Anthofer. If anybody knows the answer of who's in the car, I'm just going to say Ethan Thompson for the time being. Nielsen Homeberger green flag will fly. We're racing heat race number 2. Through turns 3, 1, and 2, it's going to be 4 cars going at it for position number 2. 3 wide going into turn number 3. It's going to be David Smith, your race leader. Ulrich down low, Blessington in the middle with Bonison up high. We're going to fan it even more wide. 4 wide for a moment down the front straightaway. That's one thing I love about the Beavers. There is plenty of racing room here on the front stretches, the back stretch, and the corner. Everywhere around this racing surface is able to have wide, multiple lanes of racing here at the Beaver. The David Smith still your race leader, being followed by Dayton Ulrich and Jake Masters. Your second and third place cars. Bruce Bonson in that mean green machine trying to charge on for that fourth spot. He'll hold on to the fourth spot, trying to charge for third, maybe even second. And he might have something to say as he gets up to the back bumper of Jake Masters, goes to the inside of Dayton Ulrich in that 01 U2 machine. He might bring Tim Rupp along in tow as Tim Rupp's found his way down the low side, trying to find his way forward. It's still Smith, Masters, Bonison takes over that third spot over Dayton Ulrich. Tim Rupp and Blessington will be your 6 cars. It looks like the 4X is going to pull off the racing surface. Thompson done for the heat race. We'll see him in the feature. Oh, things got a little steppy down there. Turns 1 and 2. Got a little tight as everybody's chasing their way around the bottom of the track so far. You get some guys to clean off the high side. We'll get a second line running here. But the Nielsen Home Improvement green flag will go high to the air. David Smith holding on to the race lead. 2 laps to go. Bruce Bonison trying to clean off the high side. Not quite ready to go just yet. Off turn number 4 this time. We'll see the Edwards Auto Group white flag will fly. 1 lap to go. It's still David Smith, your race leader, but we get a challenge for that second spot. Masters got company with Tim Rupp coming at the low side, looking to poke his nose in, try and battle for that second place spot. Through turns 3 and 4 one last time. Is there going to be a battle for that second spot? Is there going to be a battle for the lead? We'll see. David Smith take the Logic Livestock checker flag. Second's going to go to Jake Masters. Tim Rupp third, Bruce Bonson fourth. Fifth goes to 01 U2 of Dayton Ulrich, and rounding out that 6th position will be the 92B of Flying Brian Blessington. Your Western Iowa Modified Series makes its way onto the racing surfaces as your R&R Electric IMCA Modifieds. 7-lap heat races in this one. And folks on the live look-in, this will be your last free teaser at home. The rest of the time, you're going to have to head on over to the website to tune in here tonight, AdvantageRacing.tv, to see the rest of tonight's racing action. On the pole of this one's going to be the 00 of Corey Sample. To the outside of him will be the 2 of Nick Meyer. 28 of Trevor Fritz will go inside of row number 2. The outside of him will be the 1 AR of Alex Reitz. Shotgun on the field in the Red Baron paint scheme. That is a 141 of Matt Bonine. Nielsen Home Improvement green flag will fly for heat race number 1. Here, your R&R Electric IMCA Modified. Nick Meyer going to look down to the inside, cross it over on the 00 of Corey Sample. And he'll get the Sample of the race lead. Through turns 3 and 4, Nick Meyer, your new race leader. Challenge on from the 28 of Fitz. He'll take that second spot over Corey Sample. Sample falling back to the third spot as we get a battle for 4th. Through turns 1 and 2 will go. It's Meyer, Fitz, Sample, Bonine in 4th, and Reitz holding on to the 5th position. Full slinger through turns 3 and 4, bring it down the front straightaway. It's still Nick Meyer holding on to that race lead. Trevor Fitz going to try and knock on that back bumper, try to find his way around. Close battle on the track currently is about to be that battle for the 4th spot, as Reitz tried to find a way around to catch up to the back bumper of Matt Bonine in that 141 machine. Off turn number 4, we're going to see another lap go into the books. It's going to be Nick Meyer still holding on the race lead. Corey Sample might have found something and got the car back underneath him as he's making a charge back up to the back bumper of that 28 of Trevor Fitz. Trevor Fitz hails from Camarillo, California, making his way to Iowa for some great racing action here in the Midwest. And he is rolling his IMCA Modified, following in the tire tracks of the 2 of Nick Meyer, who hails out of Whittemore. Oh, Nick Meyer had a good set of corners there through turns 1 and 2. He'll sail it on into turns 3 and 4 with a good sizable gap over second place at Trevor Fitz. And the Nielsen Home Improvement green flag will go high to the air. 2 laps to go And we may have a battle for this second spot creeping up. Corey Sample looking at the back bumper of the 28 of Fitz. Corey Sample went and sampled the high side, didn't like it, came back down to the low side. It's found something good and is challenging back on for that second spot with the Edwards on the group white flag flying. 1 lap to go for the 2 of Nick Meyer. Down the back stretch into turns 3 and 4, one last time. Nick Myers going to see the Logic Livestock checkered flag fly. He will take home heat race number 1. Second place is going to go to the 28 of Trevor Fritz. At the line, it'll be Corey Sample holding on to third with Matt Bonine in 4th, challenging for that third spot. Rounding out that 5th position will be the 1AR of Alex Reitz. As heat race number 2 rolls onto the racing surface in your R&R Electric IMCA Modifieds, I want to say, folks on the social media, on your little live look in here for your free teaser, we gotta say goodbye on you. No more freebies on this one as we have reached that time of the point. If you like what you see or like what you saw, head on over to AdvantageRacing.tv to catch all the rest of tonight's racing action, as well as IMCA.tv, as we are a proud affiliate of IMCA Racing. Heat race number 2 out on the racing surface. And on the pole, this one's going to be the double OK of Trey Klein. To the outside of him will be Ricky Steffen. In that 25 machine, Ricky the Racer Steffen. Robert Moore in the 2B inside of row number 2. To the outside of him will be the 90.